Okay, this is my third attempt to get this video out, and I'm really hoping this works. I wanted to share an idea related to this week's Torah portion of Parshas Vayeira, and there's something really interesting that we learn about in this Torah portion, which is that when the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah are being destroyed and Lot is leaving with his family, they have one requirement, which is not to look back. And then we're told that his wife looks back and she's turned into a pillar of salt. And it's a really kind of interesting, unique, bizarre description, like why a pillar of salt? You know, why doesn't it say she was killed, or even a heap of salt? Like why this pillar and why salt? So there's a lot of different understandings and explanations, because salt can have both very negative connotations and also very positive ones, as we use salt in a lot of different holy acts. But without going into that right now, one of the things I want to focus on is that at the time, salt was really a preservative. Now we use it as a spice. We use it to enhance flavor. We, if anything, use it to bring out the sweetness. But it was used as a preservative, which is really this concept of trying to hold on to something, trying to preserve something. And turning back to where this destruction was this act of really trying to hold on and to preserve something that was totally unhealthy and totally negative and totally toxic and destructive and deadly. And prior to this, we're told that Abraham had really gone to bat trying to save Sodom and Gomorrah. And he makes the argument, what if I can find 50 righteous people? You know, can the cities be saved for 50? And he can't find 50. And then 45, and he can't find 45. And then 30 and 20 and down to 10. And ultimately he can't find 10. And the message really here is twofold. One is that there are situations, there are people, there are places, there are just times and circumstances that are so unhealthy for us. They are so negative and they are so destructive that we need to leave them and not look back. There is nothing to preserve. Don't turn around. You are wasting, not only are you wasting your time, but by turning around, you will get stuck. You will get stuck like this pillar of salt. You will only be the shell of who you were. Your formation will be there, but you will no longer be you. You will be filled with the salt. And we need salt to live, but too much salt kills us. And even, you know, the term salty in colloquial language now, right? Ooh, so salty. What a salty response. Is this negative, sarcastic, mean, rude, ugly type of way of speaking or saying something. So we have the message that we need to be able to differentiate when there is nothing to be saved, when there is nothing to be redeemed, when it is really unhealthy. And then we need to know to turn our backs to that and to keep going in the direction towards positivity, towards health, towards renewal, towards good things, as opposed to trying to find the positive in something that really has no positive for us to pull from it. So we should really be blessed to know the difference between the two, to know that when we need to turn our back on something and walk in the opposite direction, or actually run in the opposite direction, to have the strength to do so, and to not make the mistake of turning around and allowing ourselves to get frozen and stuck in that negativity, which is not where we're intended to be. So I hope you have a great Shabbos. I'm spending this one in sunny California, and I will be back next week. Good Shabbos.